Welcome back, everybody, for another review. This time for the movie Harbin, being released by Well Go Entertainment in theaters on January 3rd. Make sure you go check that out. Pretty good, pretty good. Harbin is a Korean war movie. So if you're looking at that, so I guess like a slightly biopic, action spy story full of tension. It's a who do you trust movie, everybody's a suspect type thing. But if you're not familiar with the movie Harbin, the movie follows the Korean independence activists who launch a daring attack in Harbin against the Japanese to gain their country's independence. A bit of a history lesson for myself. I'm always looking to expand the knowledge. Movies is always a great way to do it. Sometimes a book is even better because you can't dispute well, I guess you could dispute either one, but it's a good way to learn a little bit more about the history of the culture that I love so much, and that spent a lot of my time, as you can see, the Korean, Japanese, learning a little bit between those two histories. But this movie, like I said, I wasn't sure what to expect from the movie. Didn't know if it was fully a biopic or if this was like fiction. I tried to do a little bit more research into it, and it's very well a real thing that happened. Um, this movie is directed by Min Ho Woo. Make sure I get that right. And directed by Min Ho Woo and written by Min Sing Kim. And like I said, I'm still trying to get my Korean pronunciations on, so forgive me if I butcher a couple of these names. We got Hyun Bin as An Jun Goon. Lee Dong-wook is Lee Chang-suk, who plays our lead characters in this movie. And like I said, this is the Koreans, trying to get their independence from the Japanese. Parts of the country are being sold off to other countries, and they not having that. So it's by any means necessary that they're willing to take back their country. Jump right into it. The movie is the action is there. Definitely the level of violence you expect to see from a war movie. We got some decapitations here. We get the use of a lot of blood throughout the movie. I think they do a really good job of like showing like some of the some of the killings without overly doing it. Because like I said, half this movie is also a spy movie. So who's who. So we also get to try to figure out who's the spy, who's the turncoat throughout the movie. And a lot of the tension comes from that because they really kind of point the finger in a certain direction. But yeah. But if you know the story, you kind of know where it's going. But like I said, going into this, like I had no clue what I was getting. This movie is definitely shot beautifully. Location, a lot of snow scenes, that's out in the wilderness, especially like I said, where they have like a couple of the battles and stuff like that. Absolutely well done. Some of the best that you get in the business. To believe this is a movie, nobody actually got hurt. Is a part of the movie magic that I think that they do very, very well. Surprisingly though, I because this is a Korean movie, I did expect them to go a little bit harder on some of the death scenes and some of the kills, just because I've seen other movies where it was just absolutely outrageous. But I guess you don't want to do too much because you don't want to take away some of the authenticity of what actually happened. So I can understand that from action standpoint. But like I said, there's a lot of blood, a lot of shooting, a lot of stabbing going on in this movie. We start off with our protagonist, our hero character here, who lets one of the enemy go, the enemy leaders go free. And we see the consequences of the actions of that throughout the movie as it trickles down, where you're going to win a war at any means possible, but you're going to lose something along the way. You don't come out the same guy that you were when you came into it. Like I don't think anybody that's gone to war was just like they became remain the same person that they were. But like I said, we see the consequences of our main character being too nice to people and what that costs. But also at the same time, not losing your trust and people and your allies, stuff like that. but I mean, it's a big risk. We dealing with, like I said, a lot of the topic of prisoners of war, and whether or not they should go free, because they weren't given a choice to fight in the war, and basically civilians, if they don't stop this, but it's going to continue on and keep going. There's a scene in the movie where the two characters are saying basically, if we don't figure out a different way to end this war, then this is going to continue to keep going on. And it's mentioned like, hey, are you going to kill every single Japanese person to end the war? It's like it's impossible. He's like, well, if I gotta do what we gotta do. And I mean, I think that just is somebody that has not been in a war or anything like that. It just goes to show, like, when that's all you that's all you can think about. It doesn't even matter like what the casualties are, even if it's like pure innocence in any type of wars, because like they have many conversations about the people that have nothing to do with this that are affected, just like with any war in the world. But like I said, it's really, I think they do a really good job of like really building the suspense and kind of showing a little bit of both sides, even though it's really stronger towards the Koreans, but showing a little bit of both sides. Like, hey man, I'm just got to do what I got to do to keep breathing, or I'm trying to make money, or I got to do what's best for the country based off of the outcome of the situation. So I think I said it's a lot of perspectives in the movie, and I think it's really really well written. My only problem sometimes is like I feel like they didn't give it enough time with certain things that I kind of wanted to know about, and I don't want to drop any spoilers there, but I just wish we had a little bit more time with the story, just building certain things, because the movie's an hour 50 minutes, and easily probably could have shaved 20 minutes off, because but I think that you could have shaved 20 minutes off, but I also feel like it's necessary. We could have spent that time kind of building more towards some of the main characters that are in the movie, because there was other characters I'm like, man, I wish I would have had more information on, or I wish I would have knew kind of what the driving force of what this was, because they have a torture scene in the movie, which is crazy. Not the worst torture scene that I've seen, but it's Korean torture scene. But like I said, the movie is shot beautifully. You get a lot of good landscape shots, a lot of just seeing Korea and different countries, stuff like that. They shot this very very well. If they use CGI, boy, they got me on that one. But overall, I thought the movie was pretty good. Harbin was pretty good. Like I said, I'm not really normally into like the war movies, but this definitely told a really good story here. Like I said, other than the 20 minutes, I said it could have been shaved. I really didn't have too big of an issue with it. I definitely had a good time with it. I like me a good suspense movie. I like me a good spy thriller. I like me a biopic when it's fun and it doesn't seem like it's kind of powder in the nose of like whoever it is that they're talking about. You know what I mean? Like I like to see people be human in these type of movies, which I do think you get a little bit of, but I do think you get a little bit of action hero in this too. Like, so it does kind of feel fictionist at times. But other than that, the movie is pretty good. It's solid. Like I said, January 3rd, theaters, Well Go Entertainment. Thank you for the screener. Appreciate being able to watch this. This was really really well done movie. If you guys are a fan of Korean history, Japanese history, I definitely recommend watching this. Check it out when it hits theaters, January 3rd. Harbin, like I said, look up story. Let me know what you thought about the movie in the comments below. I thought it was good, well written, very well shot. This would definitely be something that I would watch again, given the opportunity if it came up. Like I said, it's pretty good. But other than that, like I said, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought about the movie if you had a chance to see it. Well Go Entertainment, January 3rd. And I'll see you guys next time for another review. Thank you for listening. See you later.